So, good afternoon, friends. My name is Gordon Matthew. I'm a second year physiotherapy student studying in Lovely Professional University, Punjab. Uh, Here in this video, we will be discussing about the topic called air pollution. Then, I will give a brief idea about what is pollution, then what is pollutant, causes of pollution. After what is then we will come to our main topic, air pollution. Then major air pollutants and their sources, means the major air pollutants that leads to air pollution. We will discuss about that. Then after that, smoke, the formation of smoke, effects of smoke, then fly ash, composition of fly ash, then environmental effect of the fly ash, and then advantages of fly ash, then effects of air pollution in human health. What are the consequences of the air pollution in human health? Then finally how to control the air pollution. We will discuss how to mitigate the air pollution. So through this video we will be discussing all these things. And yeah, I think let's start the class. Okay, before going to that air pollution, we need to understand what is pollution. So pollution is defined as an addition or excessive addition of undesirable materials, not desirable materials. Just understand that undesirable materials to the physical environment that always harmful to the human being. Means suppose if you take example of plastic bottles or plastic items, that type of materials, things that will leads to pollution, that unwanted or undesirable things that will leads to pollution. Then after that we need to understand what is pollutant. Pollutants is that are the things that pollute air called pollutants. Here I mentioned about the air, but basically even if it is sound pollution or water pollution, the things that leads to that pollution is called pollutant. Suppose I already mentioned that plastics or that smoke coming from factories or the pesticides, these all things are called pollutants. Then I'm giving some idea about what the reason, what the causes of pollution. Main reason is that multiplying human population, then industrial emissions, wildfires, transportation, then open burning of garbage waste, then construction of demolition. These all things are leads to pollution. Then after comes to our main topic, it's air pollution. Air pollution is refers to the release of pollutant into the air that are detrimental to human health and the plants as well. Air pollution, we can define that the pollutants, there are some pollutants that always detrimental to human beings. Suppose if you take example of that smoke from factories, smoke from vehicles, then these all things are make our air polluted. Next, it is a contamination of air by the discharge of harmful substances. These all things are that smoke, that things from that nuclear power stations, then thermal power station, that smoke. All these things are harmful to the human health and human beings. Air pollution can cause health problems, damage the environment, property, and climate change. These can all these can affect our human health, and various type of disease can occur. So after that we need to understand what are the major pollutants and their sources. Here I am giving some primarily I am giving main pollutants that leads to air pollution. First one is carbon monoxide, then carbon dioxide, chlorofluorocarbon, lead, ozone. These are the main things making our air pollute. Come just let's discuss about that. Carbon monoxide is a colorless, odorless, tasteless, and toxic air pollutant. Is produced in the incomplete combustion of carbon-containing fuels. Next, breathing high concentration of carbon monoxide, typical or of a polluted environment, leads to reduced oxygen transport of by hemoglobin and has health effects that include headache, increased risk of chest pain for person with heart disease and impaired. So only this element can, or this gas can leads to these much of disease in occurring in human beings, mainly in headache, increased chest pain. Definitely, continuously. I also mentioned that this continuously, if a one person inhale in this carbon monoxide, or continuously intake this carbon monoxide, definitely that person will lead to death. Okay, so it will cause severe headache, then chest pain also. So be careful about that. Second one is carbon dioxide. Then carbon dioxide is a colorless gas having a faint sharp odor and sour taste. It will release through natural process, then such as deforestation, land use changes, and burning fossil fuel. Exposure of here exposure of CO2 can, that means exposure of carbon dioxide can produce a variety of health effects. This may include headache, dizziness, restlessness, then difficulty in breathing. So sweating, tiredness, these all things can happen due to the carbon dioxide. Okay, like carbon monoxide, these also this element also, this gas is also important for that will rupture the health of the human being. Then third one is chlorofluorocarbon. This can also lead to the any kind of disease. We all know that we are all using AC or air conditioner, then spray, then what these whole things can emit that CFC into the air. These all things are led to a human being into disease or other things. Then after that, lead is also affecting human being. The source is that hair dye products, paints, petrol, disease, these things. Then finally, ozone. Ozone is helping us to prevent the ultraviolet rays from sun. Not only that, but the ground level ozone is always harmful to the human beings. Means you know that ozone. I will give you a brief example that ground level ozone is also always helpful for human beings, but the ground level ozone is reactive with some chemicals that will change another form, then that will definitely affect the human beings. So carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, fluorocarbon, that is CFC, lead, ozone, these things are cause several type of diseases to human beings. Then finally, secondly come to that, or another main topic is called smoke. We all know that smoke. We all heard about that. What is smoke? What is what fog? But here we will understand. We will discuss about the smoke. Smoke is air pollution that reduces visibility. The smoke usually came from burning coal. Smoke is common in industrial areas and remains familiar slight in cities today. Example is that New Delhi. I think in the world, the New Delhi have more smoke in compared to another cities. That is that reduces the visibility. We can see anything while while traveling through the Delhi city. Always it is always harmful to human beings. Then we need to that then how we understood that what is smoke. Then we need to understand what the formation of smoke, how the smoke will form. Smoke is unhealthy to humans and animals, and it can kill plants. Smoke is so ugly. It makes the sky brown or grey. Sometimes it also look like in yellowish color. We all know that. Photochemical smoke, that is smoke is produced when sunlight reacts with the nitrogen oxides and at least one volatile organic compound in the atmosphere. Nitrogen oxides come from cars, exhaust, coal power plants, and factory emissions. When sunlight hit these chemicals, they form airborne particles and ground level ozone or smoke. So the nitrogen oxide, that these type of elements contact with or react with the sunlight, then that will leads to smoke. Then that chemicals also the emission of that smoke from vehicles, that also leads to that will also combine with the sunlight or the another chemical that will also leads to formation of smoke. Then effect of smoke, how the consequence of smoke, how the smoke will affect in human health. Smoke can irritate our eyes, nose, and throat. It can cause lung problem, perhaps cause lung cancer also. Definitely it can leads to death of person. Then study ozone show that once get into your lungs, it can continue to cause damage even when you feel fine. While traveling through Delhi, I'm continuously inhaling that smoke, continuously I'm affecting or that smoke problem. But even if I feel fine, okay, I'm well, I don't have any problem. But what we can't what we can think what happening inside our body, inside lungs. So it's also affect in our lungs and respiratory, it can cause respiratory problems. Then come to next point. Next main topic is fly ash. We all know that what is coal. It's a type of coal, but it's a fly ash is a very fine powder and tends to travel in far in the air. Okay, then fly ash is produced coal-fired electric and steam generating plants. Like coal, this also type of coal, but it can make or it can leads to various type n number of disease. Then it's also affecting the agriculture sector, then human health sector. All these disease, all these problems can make through fly ash. Then what is the composition of fly ash? We need to understand that fly ash is consists primarily of oxide of silicon, aluminum ion and calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium. These much elements are combined in that fly ash. So we know that these all elements are then particular individually they all have differentiate, or what can we say that specifically they all can different type of work function. So just imagine that these all things are combined together and act as a fly ash. Definitely it will cause severe cause of any diseases, and then also affect in agriculture sector. Then environmental come to the environmental effect of the fly ash in the environment. The large output of fly ash particles by power plants, mainly power plants, and the subsequent deposition of these surface of vegetation and soils increase the flux of several elements into the surrounding environment. It causes the respiratory problem. It will affect the plant yields. Means we already mentioned that the fly ash is very fine powder and tends to travel far in the air. So basically it will attach to, or it will fix in the leaves of the some vegetables or some leaves in plants also. That will leads to that will destroy, that will change to another chemical reaction. So we will not get high yield of what we expecting, but we will not get that much high yield. Also the effect in the agriculture sector. But perhaps we need to understand there are some advantages of this fly ash. Okay, we know that what the advantage of coal, but here same like that we have some advantage of that fly ash. Due to high strength, practically no breakage during transport and use, reduce the water demand, performance and quality of concrete. Fly ash bricks are light in weight. It can work as concrete. Then for the construction, it can help to we know that suppose if we take any construction work on construction building or something, anything whatever, okay, but the expenditure, or that what can we say, that it will take more, it will more costly while buying some bricks than cement, that type of things. But instead of that we can use fly ash. I mentioned that it is it highly strength because it is free to handle. So these are the advantages in construction sector or in the daily life. It has mainly it has some environmental effect also, but not only that, it has some advantage in human life. Next we need to focus on effects of air pollution. We discussed the few minutes ago we discussed that what is pollution, what are the major pollutants, what are the causes of pollution, what is the reason for air pollution, then smoke. But here we are mainly focused on the effects of air pollution, what the consequences of this air pollution in human life or human beings or environmental. Suppose sulfur oxide, we don't have enough time to explain all this, but I will give brief example. So sulfur oxide, then the sources of sulfur oxide is that thermal power plants and industries. Then that will leads to eye and throat irritation, cough, allergies, and then reduces exchange of gases from lung surfaces. So due to sulfur oxide, it can leads to these type of problems. Then comes to another nitrogen oxides. Then source are thermal power plants, then industries and vehicles also. Irritation and inflammation of lungs, breathlessness, then impairs enzyme function of respiratory system and causes the bronchitis and asthma, same as like sulfur oxide. But that nitrogen oxides are also emit or produced from vehicles. Then third one is carbon monoxide. Then vehicular sources are vehicular emissions and burning of fossil fuels. Then difficulty in breathing, severe headache, irritation to mucous membrane, unconsciousness, and it can lead to death also. So comparing to other elements or other pollutant, I think carbon monoxide is a main means definitely that will continuously if once someone is inhaling that carbon monoxide, definitely it will lead to death of that person. Then comes to another smoke, industries and vehicular pollution. Sources are industries and vehicular pollution, then respiratory problem and intense irritation to the eyes. Then carbon dioxide, burning of sources are burning of fossil fuels, then leads to impaired reflexes. Then definitely it will affect the reflexes, then judgment and vision, severe headache and heart strain also. So these main here I mentioned only that main pollutants of that leads to air pollution. Other than that, some another elements or some another pollutants are also leads to a kind of disease in human beings, that is hydrocarbons, mercury, cadmium, tobacco smoke, cotton dust, then coal dust and particles, silica dust, lead. These all things can lead to affect the human health, and these all elements or these pollutants are present in our air due to emission of smoke or pollutants from car vehicle, then power plant, power station, then nuclear power station. Through these all the pollutants are emitting to the air, that can affect the human health. Then finally we need to concentrate here that how to control the air pollution or how to mitigate the air pollution. Here I some we all of them aware about that how to control the air pollution, but before going to discuss this particular thing, we need to understand or government sector or health sector or what in UNO or World Health Organization. These all things, all organization or all committees are giving better advice for the better health. Then what do's, then what don't do's. Then but the problem is that that mind or attitude, that mentality of the persons or peoples, that should be changed. Otherwise if anyone or any committee or any organization, suppose they are giving some perfect ideas or perfect thoughts how to mitigate, but if no one is going to take that, no one is going to act against the air pollution, then I think there is no benefit about we are discussing about that. Anyway, I am giving some ideas how to prevent, how to mitigate the air pollution. First one is reduce the number of trips you take in your car, because some of them are really addicted in trip. That's fine, okay, but we should control the trips by using car. Then reduce or eliminate fireplace and wood stove use. I think nowadays no one is using that wood stove, but some people are certain areas that some people are living in particular area, they are using wood stove still in 2020. So try to avoid that. Then avoid burning leaves, trash and other materials like bottles, plastic things, then that spray bottles, these avoid, try to burn these things, that will also lead to air pollution. Then avoid using gas powered lawn and garden equipments. That gas powered lawn means that that equipment or that machine used to cut the grasses. Then try to avoid that, because then try to use that scissors also. Then use public transport, no to plastic bags. That's the main I need to mention that try to avoid all usage of plastics. Suppose we all of them using, suppose if someone is going to shop or purchasing something, but we should carry one carry bag or anything, plastic bag or something. Don't buy plastic bags or plastic equipment or things continuously. That will definitely that we can do anything with that. So definitely we will burn that plastic bottle or plastic covers, definitely. So my suggestion is that use one permanent or kit or cover or carry bag for shopping, not for shopping means for buying something, whatever it is. For try to avoid over usage of plastic bag or carry bags. Then reduce smoking, definitely. That will definitely, that smoking will affect the human health also, that will leads to air pollution. So avoid smoking, then use fans instead of air conditioner. We can understand that, but in the northern side of in India, northern side, we can't live without air conditioner, because in the some we know that some certain times that temperature will definitely increase. That time we can't live without air conditioner. So but try to avoid that, try to save our world, then use filter or for chimneys, then avoid usage of crackers. Yeah, definitely avoid usage of crackers, because or most of the they are celebrating in their own way, like we are giving more importance for celebration, like whatever it is what type of celebration it is, we will give more importance for that, then we will definitely use crackers. But nowadays uh, government give that told that avoid our usage of that crackers, but still some persons are using. But my suggestion, don't use that, try to avoid the over usage of crackers, then definitely it will it has some benefits also. So these are the main things we can do, simple things we can do in our life, or for the world, for earth, not only for our present time but also for the future, because in future generation they need some then what can we say, that pollutant free air, or what can we say, that they need to live like what we lived earlier. Means now our childhood was, I think my parents childhood, or 20 years or 50 years back, they were lived in a good condition, because lot of plants, lot of trees, all the environmental are there help or human beings. Or but nowadays we can't, what can we say, that we already mentioned that the industrialization, then flats or buildings, everything is building everything constructing over certain areas. But definitely that will affect, then these are the things, these are the simple points where I am giving for mitigate the air pollution. So finally I need to conclude, my conclusion is that try to avoid these things and try to save our world for the next generation also. So here I am going to end my this lecture. So thanks for listening. Thank you so much.